if you don't really care. It's like that sometimes, I mean ridiculous. It's like that sometimes, it's shit ridiculous. One hand in the air, if you don't really care. Middle finger in the air, if you don't really care. It's like that sometimes.
What's up, YouTube? Just doing a video on my review of the new deck I got for my truck, 2007 Chevy Avalanche LTZ. I got the Kenwood 9890HD. Basically because from what I was reading, it's the best deck right now in 2011. It's 2012 now, so I got it at a really great deal, about 700 bucks online for one of these shops. Now, I'm just doing this video because, to be honest, when I tried to do research online about it, because it was either between this or Alpine deck, or of course, you know, Pioneer, and I couldn't get, you know, any decent information about it. So everybody was complaining about some things, saying that, you know, it was good here and not there. To be honest, I mean, I think that's any electronics you get, you know, it's pros and cons to any of them. But all in all, my review is about what I think about the deck, and here it go. You know, I mean, I deal with car audio since I was a, you know, yay high to a grasshopper. I put in stereos. I put this in myself. As you can see, it's a pretty clean install. You can buy all the kits and stuff. I got the kit from Metra, the wiring harness from Pack. I didn't do my steering wheel controls because the Pack one was a bitch. I'm going to get the Metra one and eventually get that done, but I'm not in no rush. Nothing's wrong with my hand. So let's go. As far as aesthetics, a really nice deck. In my truck, it looks like it almost belongs, except for a couple of places where I couldn't get it to push down like it's supposed to. And I don't know, that's usually with most car installs for anybody. I think even when you go to the shops, they can never get it right back in there like it is. So, but otherwise it's smooth, it's clean. A couple of things you need to know if you want to go with the iPod connection, guys, like I got, you know, just a baby shuffle on there, because one, it doesn't give me any feedback. Like I'm recording on an iPod Touch right now, and it seems when I connect that, I get like a little buzz feedback. I use this one because one, it's fast for you guys, people complaining about the response time. If you ever go with a standard iPod versus one of the smaller ones with a hard, you know, a memory, a flash-based memory, it's always going to seem slower because it has to access that hard drive. So if you do want to go with the iPod connection, make sure you get one with the flash memory. That's a shuffle or something smaller. You know, you want to get enough memory to hold, you know, the music. This one has about 4 gigs. I think that's cool for, you know, a good trip to Chicago or Wisconsin, where we drive most of the time, or Minneapolis. But it accesses really fast. A lot of people had issues or complaints about the screen response. I have none whatsoever. It's actually quite speedy as compared to, you know, a touch screen that you will have in your automobile. As far as the iPod, you'll see it has just a smidge of lag, but I mean, I think that's expected in all decks communicating with an iPod, unless you guys seem faster. I haven't. As you see, I changed the background to a Chevy background. I don't like it. I just did it today. I'm going to change it probably to an all black background. But, you know, just, you know, see, from a flash basis, like almost instantaneous. Right? So if I go up, right, I'm going to go to the top, right, my albums. Let's see. I'm just going to grab something. Right? As you guys can see, it's like instantaneous when you use a standard iPod. But again, if you go with a bigger, you know, 120 gig, 30 gig, it's going to take longer, guys. You got to realize that. But as far as features, as far as features, you can't get nothing else better than this deck, right? Great audio, gives you multiple setups for different inputs. You get Bluetooth, video ins and outs, TV, USB read, high definition radio, XM series. I mean, there's not really you can't do on this deck. Another plus is, of course, you guys know the nav. I went with this mainly because it does have Garmin navigation, which is one of the simplest, easiest easiest navigation systems to use. I put the antenna right up in my window up there. You guys probably can't see it, but it's like as soon as I turn my truck on, it's green. It's ready to go. There's no waiting. I can jump right in. And go to my where to's, right? It's like having, you know, the standard easy one right there. And your computer, it's super fast, guys. I don't know if the guys don't have enough power running to their deck or just don't know what the hell they're doing, but as you guys can see, it's like ridiculously fast, real time, right? Real time. Adjustable lights, as you can see, as you guys, I got the lights to match the actual lights in my truck. It's spot on, guys. So with everything, the pack box, I bought that for $150. That's the actual integration or wiring harness, you guys, for all your beeps and your turn signals and your backup beats and everything still work with your truck, because this is you know, the radio is locked into the system as far as the functions, as far as your steering wheel and your beeps and all your convenience features. So you will have to get that OS4 box from Pack, or, you know, a variant thereof through Access or Metra. The kit I paid $7 for the facial kit, $150 for the what's the name. You have to buy an antenna adapter. I paid $7.99 for that for Amazon. I did buy a pack box, which was like $50, but it didn't work the way I needed it to. I wouldn't recommend that really to anybody. It's hard to program, it's frustrating. Whereas the Access box, you do have to tie it into your actual harness for your truck and into the stereo, but it auto learns from what I've been reading, and all you have to do is hook it up and go. So I'm definitely going to go with that once it gets a little warm outside and I feel like pulling it apart again. But you also want to be sure, guys, as far as the installation kit, it has spaces on the side here that your tabs for your trim have to line up on. So make sure you line up this part and that part, because all those tabs have to line up for this to slip on like it's supposed to. Otherwise, you'll be jamming it in. And second thing, if you want to use the iPod, you have to get a special cable that has the audio and video outs on it. Otherwise, it'll operate the iPod, but guess what? You won't get no effing sound in the deck. I didn't realize that until after I bought it. I bought that online from eBay for $6.99. It was like $13 with shipping, and it works just like a standard cable, right? So you want to be aware of that. What else? I mean, basically that's it, guys. It was pretty much plug and play. I need to take that in the house because I'm gonna load up some music. I have music on there already. But it's pretty much plug and play once you tie in the Pack OS4 box. The bypass for the navigation, as you guys can see, my truck isn't in park and I can nav. I can watch movies if I wanted to. The bypass for the navigation is the standard, guys. Tie the parking brake wire into a ground, which is your ground. I just soldered it into my ground for the deck, so that way I don't have to worry about it wrapped in electric tape. Make sure it was a really good connection. I do my wires really good. I've been doing this for a while. I do all my friends' radios and stereos when they want a new deck. It's a good buy, guys. Don't let anybody fool you, especially with the new decks coming out in 2012. This is a great deck for your money. It really is. Again, after everything, I paid $7.99 for the deck, the accessories and stuff, so maybe $900 after everything was said and done. Where I went to my shop here in town, they wanted $1,200 for the deck alone. For the deck alone, they wanted $1,200, right? So don't sleep on this deck, guys. If you can get it, I recommend it. You can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it. That's my 2 cents, guys. Leave your comments, suggestions. If not, you know, if you're just looking for something regarding this deck, can you find it informative? You know, I would appreciate that again, because as I looked at it, it was only really, one good video on YouTube. You know, a place where I can usually get information on everything. I can't find nothing on there. So as you guys can see, man, I mean, I don't see the lag. I just don't. I don't see the lag everybody complains about. And if it is, I'm thinking as just doing radios for so long, it's to be expected. It's no slower than any other deck.
Excuse my charisma, vodka with a spritzer, swagger down pat, call my shit Patricia, young money militia, and I am the commissioner. You don't want to start Weezy, cause the F is my finisher. So misunderstood, but what's the world without enigma? Two bitches at the same time, synchronized swimmers.
And that's just the Bose speakers. I didn't upgrade no amps. I didn't do anything. That's the Bose amps and the speakers doing their thing. So it gives you more power. It's a great deck, guys. I really don't have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it's friendly. Go if you're looking at a deck, go get it. Plain and simple. That's my 2 cents. Time to eat dinner in the wife's home. The last days. I'm out.